Hello and welcome to the course Verbal Ability and Reading Comprehension for CAT by me Angad Singh. You can follow me on this URL. Let's get started with the lesson 2 on odd one out or sentence exclusion. The basics that we're going to focus on are understanding the central theme, identifying the opening sentence, and finding the logical sequence, if possible, to the paragraph. Let's get started with the questions. Its host does not know it yet, but inside his or her body, this long white parasite is reproducing and growing. Okay. Then, slowly, excruciatingly, she will break through the skin of her host's foot and release her larvae. Okay. It is just possible that the most important guinea worm in history has already found its home. Okay, so we're talking about guinea worm in these sentences. Okay. The worm feeds on this vicious cycle as much as it feeds on its human host. This vicious cycle, what vicious cycle? Through the next few months, as millions of her ancestors have done before, she will feed and strengthen in the host's body. Okay. Clearly, we're gonna start off with sentence number 3 because it's the only one that introduces which worm we're talking about, the guinea worm. Okay, history has already found its home. What home? Through the next few months. Okay, no. We need to talk about the home, maybe. Then, slowly, excruciatingly, she will break through. No. Its host. Okay, so first it is reproducing and growing, and then it will break through. Or on this vicious cycle, as much as it feeds on its human host. This vicious cycle. Which vicious cycle? I don't think this is a vicious cycle. Okay, let's have a look. It is just possible that the most important guinea worm in history has already found its home. What is the home? Its host does not know it yet, but inside his or her body, this long white parasite is reproducing and growing. Okay, so this host is the home. The body of this host is the home of this long white parasite. It is reproducing and growing. Okay, got it. First of all, you're talking about the home of this guinea worm, and then you talk about what exactly the home is, then it will feed and strengthen, and then it will break. I can't even find the vicious cycle. I think it is sentence 4 has to be the answer, and the sequence should be what? 3. It is possible that the worm has found its home. Its host does not know it yet, but inside his or her body, this long white parasite is reproducing and growing. Then, through the next few months, as her ancestor has done, she will feed and strengthen in the host's body, and then, slowly and excruciatingly, she will break through the skin of the host's foot and release her larvae. So, it is a very logical thing that makes a good sequence. 3 1, 5 2, and 4 is the sentence that is the odd one out. Clearly. Let's move on. Their position is generally that evolution through natural selection and physical forces and principles alone is not solely responsible for the current diversity of life on Earth. What else is? Okay. Almost all proponents of intelligent design have been theists, arguing that the creator must be God. Theist means believer of God. Okay, fine. ID proponents, ID is what? Intelligent design. Okay, intelligent design is ID. ID proponents such as Michael Bay promote theories such as irreducible complexity, which posits that there are certain organs and structures found in nature that have no convincing gradual evolutionary pathway and are very complex. Okay, so we're talking about something related to God. ID is advanced by many young Earth creationists who use it to rebut the theory of evolution and, by extension, the facts that support it. Okay, I feel a little bit clueless in this one. Almost all proponents of intelligent design have been theists, arguing that the creator must be God. Almost all proponents, okay. Their position, whose position? Proponents of ID. Their position is generally, okay, 2 1 seem to make a sequence. Almost all, because you're not going to refer to ID straight away. You're going to talk about intelligent design. You're going to talk about intelligent design. So if either two or four, if either of the sentences two or four is the excluded sentence, you could start off with the other one and then move on to three, using this intelligent design that you've mentioned before, and then go on to talking about it as ID. Okay. So what we can do is we can try starting off with sentence 2. It looks like a good opener to me. Almost all proponents of intelligent design have been theists, arguing that the creator must be God. Fine. Their position is generally that evolution through natural selection and physical forces and principles alone is not solely responsible for current diversity of life on Earth. Okay, so they're saying that natural selection and survival of the fittest and evolution and all that stuff is not the only thing responsible for the diversity of life on Earth. There is something else, the God factor. Okay. ID proponents such as Michael Prey promote theories such as irreducible complexity, which posits that certain organs and structures found in nature have no convincing gradual evolutionary pathway and are very complex. Okay. Intelligent design is advanced by many young Earth creationists who use it to rebut the theory of evolution and, by extension, the facts that support it. Okay. Has to start off with 2. Intelligent design is advanced by many young Earth creationists who use it to rebut the theory of evolution. Okay, got it. There is this young Earth creationist. Sentence 3 is the one that is the odd one out. Okay, this was a difficult one. I hope I am correct on this one. Almost all proponents of intelligent design have been theists. So now you're talking about proponents, then you talk who is advancing them, and their position is that they are rebutting the facts that are used to take forward the theory of evolution. ID proponents, you are talking about some new theory here. ID proponents such as Michael Bay promote theories such as irreducible complexity, which posits that there are certain organs and structures found in nature that have no convincing gradual evolutionary pathway and are very complex. I think sentence 3 is the one that seems to make lesser sense, and 2, 4, 1 is the sequence that I feel should be the one. Almost all proponents of intelligent design have been theists, arguing that the creator must be God. It could be 4, 2, 1. Let's start with this one. Intelligent design is advanced by many young Earth creationists who use it to rebut the theory of evolution. So we are talking about intelligent design theory. We're not talking about irreducible complexity theory. So this is adding an extra dimension to the whole paragraph by introducing this new theory, that it is not the intelligent design theory or something that is positing that certain organs are found in nature that have no convincing gradual evolutionary pathway. It is the irreducible complexity theory. Why do you want to add an additional theory when you're already talking about ID? Okay, so these ID proponents are putting forward other theories. I don't know, but this seems to take this seems to sway away from the central theme of the passage. Intelligent design is advanced by many young Earth creationists who use it to rebut the theory of evolution and, by extension, the facts that support it. Almost all proponents of intelligent design have been theists, arguing that the creator must be God. Then you talk about their position. Their position is that evolution through natural selection and physical forces is not solely responsible for the current diversity. I think 4, 1, 2 makes sense, and 3 is the odd one out. Though I'm not sure, this is a difficult one. This is a really, really difficult one. In an exam situation, I might even consider not marking this if it had negative marking. But again, I am confused between 3 and 4 itself. So, in an exam setting, if I am doubtful between two options, undoubtedly I would mark any one of them blindly, because I know that probability is in my favor. No matter how pressure situation, how high the pressure is, how high the stakes are. In an exam setting, I have actually done this. I have marked questions with negative answers, with negative marking, uh, on the basis of eliminating two options, and I've actually done that. So I know that if this was an exam with a +3 -1 and I was doubtful between 3 and 4, I would go ahead and mark 1. The question is, which one would I mark? 1 and 2 seem to be in really, really good sync. And intelligent design is advanced by many young earth creationists. I have a hunch that when you talk about their position, you're talking about young earth creationists. That intelligent design is advanced by these people who are rebutting the theory of evolution. This is taking things ahead of what they should be. Let's check the answer. I would mark 3, though I'm not very sure. Yeah, it is 3, but again, in an exam setting, I would probably falter on this one. So it's okay. You can see that in spite of a lot of confusion, we still got the correct answer. So most probably this is the correct explanation, that this sentence is adding an extra dimension to what the central theme of the paragraph was. This is not very crisp. It's not talking crisply about the central idea of the paragraph. Sentences 4, 2, and 1 do that. They convey the meaning and they form a good paragraph. So we'll have another video on odd one out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.